The phone buzzed on the nightstand, its screen casting a cold blue glow across the dark bedroom. I froze, my breath catching as I read the notification. Unknown number. I found her. You were right. Call me. My heart slammed against my ribs, a traitor's rhythm, as the weight of 4 years crashed down. 4 years since Elise walked out, her suitcase wheels squeaking on the marble floor, leaving me with nothing but a divorce decree and the ghost of her perfume. I'd hired the PI on a whim, a desperate claw at closure, but now the truth felt like a blade pressed to my throat. I sat up, the sheets clinging to my sweat-damp skin. The Manhattan skyline glittered through the penthouse window, indifferent to the chaos unraveling inside me. Elise had inherited her father's fortune, hundreds of millions, a pharmaceutical empire, and within weeks, she'd filed for divorce. No explanation, no fight, just a clean severing. I'd spent years rebuilding, clawing my way to CEO, convincing myself I'd moved on. But the questions gnawed. Why? Was it me? Was it someone else? The PI's message was a match struck in the dark, and I wasn't sure I wanted to see what it illuminated. I dialed the number, my fingers trembling. "What did you find?" I asked, voice low, as if the walls could betray me. The PI, a man named Kessler with a voice like gravel, didn't mince words. "She's in Paris, living with a guy. Some art dealer, mid-40s, slick. They've been together since before the divorce. I've got photos, bank records. She funneled money to him for years. Offshore accounts, hidden transfers. You want the details? I'll send them." My throat tightened. How long before? Months. Maybe a year. The phone slipped in my hand, the world tilting. A year. A year of her smiling at me over breakfast, her hand brushing mine, while she was already gone. I saw her face in my mind, those hazel eyes, the way they crinkled when she laughed. Had it all been a lie? I thanked Kessler, hung up, and stared at the ceiling, the silence screaming louder than my thoughts. The next morning, I sat at my desk, the city humming 30 floors below. The PI's email waited in my inbox, a digital landmine. I clicked it, and photos spilled across the screen. Elise, radiant in a Parisian cafe, her arm looped through a man's. He was handsome, with salt and pepper hair and a smile that looked practiced. They leaned into each other, intimate, unguarded. Bank statements followed, transfers from her trust to a shell company, millions siphoned off. My stomach churned. She hadn't just left me. She'd planned it, built a new life while I slept beside her, oblivious. I remembered the signs I'd ignored. The late-night call she'd taken to study. Her voice hushed, claiming it was business. The weekend trips to clear her head, returning with a distracted smile. I'd rationalized it all. Her grief over her father's death, the pressure of the fortune. I told myself she needed space, not suspicion. Now, each memory was a splinter, sharp and infected. I flew to Paris that night, the PI's address scrawled in my pocket. I told myself I just wanted answers, but the truth was Messier. I wanted to see her, to confront the woman who'd shattered me and ask why I wasn't enough. The city was a blur of cobblestone and rain, the air thick with the scent of wet stone and baking bread. I found her apartment in Montmartre, a charming building with ivy crawling up its facade. My heart pounded as I knocked, each rap a countdown to something I couldn't predict. She opened the door, and time stopped. Elise looked softer, her hair longer, her face unguarded in a way I hadn't seen in years. "James!" Her voice was a whisper, laced with shock. Her eyes darted past me, as if expecting someone else. "Can I come in?" I asked, my tone calmer than I felt. She hesitated, then stepped aside. The apartment was warm, cluttered with canvases and books, a stark contrast to our sterile Manhattan penthouse. I saw traces of him, men's shoes by the door, a jacket slung over a chair. My chest tightened, but I forced myself to speak. "I know about him. The art dealer. The money." Her face crumpled, guilt and defiance warring in her expression. "You hired someone to follow me? I needed to know why you left. Why you lied." My voice cracked, betraying the anger I tried to bury. "Was it him?" The whole time, she sank onto the couch, her hands twisting in her lap. It wasn't like that, James. I didn't mean for it to happen. I was lost. After Dad died, the money, the company, it was suffocating. I met Luke at an auction, and he saw me, not the heiress. He listened. I didn't plan to fall in love. Love. The word burned. You were married to me. You owed me the truth. I tried, she said, tears brimming. But you were so perfect, always in control, building your empire. I felt like I was drowning, and you didn't notice. Her words cut deeper than I expected. I prided myself on being her rock, but had I missed her cries for help? So you funneled millions to him? Planned your escape while I thought we were happy. She flinched. I didn't want to hurt you. I thought leaving cleanly was kinder. Kinder. I laughed, bitter. You gutted me, Elise. The door opened, and the man from the photos walked in, Luke, carrying a bottle of wine. He froze, sensing the tension. Elise? Everything okay? She stood caught between us. Luke, this is James. My ex-husband. His face hardened, but he nodded. I'll give you space. He left, the door clicking shut like a gunshot. I turned to her, my voice low. Did you ever love me? Her silence was an answer, heavy and final. But then she spoke, her voice trembling. I did, but I wasn't enough for you either. You loved the idea of us, not the mess I really was. I wanted to argue, to scream that she was wrong, but doubt crept in. Had I loved her or the life we built? The question haunted me as I left, the Parisian rain soaking through my coat. Back in New York, I sat in my office, the PI's photos scattered across my desk. I'd come to Paris for answers, but found a mirror instead. Elise's betrayal was real, but so was my blindness, my failure to see her unraveling. The twist wasn't her infidelity. It was the truth we'd both ignored. We'd lost each other long before she left. I deleted the photos, my hands steady for the first time in days. The fortune, the divorce, the art dealer, they were just pieces of a larger loss. The biggest one? The illusion of a love that never truly was.